There are two men floating in space, wearing a bulky suit and a helmet, tethered to a metal structure that orbits the Earth. They have a mission: to fix a damaged solar panel that provides power to your home away from home, the Tiangong space station. Sounds like a scene from a sci-fi movie, right? Well, this is exactly what two Chinese astronauts did on Saturday in an 8-hour mission to finish fixing damaged solar panels. Why is this mission so important, and what does it mean for China and the world? How can we watch this amazing feat, and what is so special about it? In this video, we will answer these questions and more as we explore the story behind China's Tiangong space station and its implications for the future of space exploration and development. We will cover three main topics: the mission, the questions, and the implications. So, buckle up and get ready for a journey to the final frontier. Two Chinese astronauts performed a successful spacewalk on Saturday in an 8-hour mission to repair a damaged solar panel on the Tiangong space station. The spacewalk lasted for 8 hours, making it the longest and most complex one in China's history. The taikonauts had to deal with high temperatures, strong vibrations, and potential micrometeoroid impacts. The repair was crucial for ensuring the normal operation and safety of the space station, which relies on solar power for its energy needs. The spacewalk was broadcast live on Chinese state media. The footage shows the taikonauts maneuvering in space, using tools and cables, and communicating with each other and the ground control. You can also see the stunning views of the Earth and the space station from their perspective. The mission was a remarkable demonstration of China's technological capabilities, operational skills, and scientific objectives in space. The Tiangong space station, which means Heavenly Palace in Chinese, is a modular space facility that China has been building and testing. It consists of three main modules: the core module, Tianhe, which serves as the living and working area for the taikonauts; the experiment module, Wentian, which hosts various scientific and technological experiments; and the multiple module, Mengtian, which can dock with other spacecraft and vehicles. The space station can accommodate up to 6 taikonauts at a time and has a design life of 10 years. It is expected to be fully operational by 2024, when China plans to launch more modules, cargo ships, and crewed missions to the station. The Tiangong space station is part of China's ambitious space program, which aims to establish China as a leading space power and a pioneer in space exploration and development. China has achieved many milestones in space, such as launching the first satellite in February 11, 1970, sending the first taikonaut in October 2003, landing the first rover on the Moon in 2013, and landing the first probe on the far side of the Moon in 2019. China also has plans to send more probes and rovers to the Moon and Mars, and to develop a lunar base and a space station around the Moon in the future. The mission of the spacewalk raises many questions about China's space program and its role in the world. Some of these questions are: how does China's space program compare to other countries' programs, such as the US, Russia, and India? China's space program is one of the most advanced and active in the world, and it is catching up with the US and Russia, which have been the traditional leaders in space. China is the third country to launch a human into orbit, the second country to operate a space station, and the first country to land on the far side of the Moon. China is also the only country to have an active lunar exploration program, and one of the few countries to have a Mars exploration program. China's space budget is estimated to be around $8 billion, which is the second largest in the world after the US, which spends around $23 billion. However, China's space budget is still much smaller than its GDP, which is around $15 trillion. China's space program is also different from other countries' programs in that it is largely controlled by the military, and it is less transparent and cooperative with the international community. India is another emerging space power, and it has achieved many impressive feats in space, such as launching the most satellites in a single rocket in 2017, sending an orbiter to Mars in 2014, and attempting to land a rover on the Moon in 2019. India's space budget is around $1.8 billion, which is much lower than China's, but it is also much more efficient and cost-effective. India's space program is more focused on civilian and commercial applications, such as communication, navigation, and remote sensing. India is also more open and collaborative with other countries, such as the US, Russia, and Japan, in space projects and initiatives. What are China's future plans and ambitions for space exploration and development, such as lunar missions, Mars missions, and space tourism? China has a long-term vision for space exploration and development, and it has outlined its goals and plans for the next decades. Some of these plans are to complete the construction and operation of the Tiangong space station by 2024, and to conduct various scientific and technological experiments on board, such as biotechnology, microgravity, and space medicine. China's space program impacts the environment and sustainability of space, especially in terms of space debris, resource utilization, and planetary protection. China's space program generates a large amount of space debris, which are pieces of junk that orbit the Earth and pose a risk of collision and damage to other spacecraft and satellites. China's space program also consumes a lot of resources, such as fuel, materials, and energy, which are finite and scarce on Earth and in space. China's space program also affects the natural and cultural heritage of other celestial bodies, such as the Moon and Mars, which may harbor life or evidence of past civilizations. China's space program needs to adopt and follow international standards and best practices for the mitigation of space debris, the conservation of resources, and the protection of planets. In conclusion, we have learned about the news and the story behind China's Tiangong space station and its second spacewalk, and we have explored the questions and the implications it raises for China and the world. We have seen that China's space program is a remarkable achievement and a formidable challenge, and that it has both benefits and risks for the advancement and sustainability of humanity and the environment. We have also seen that China's space program is a complex and dynamic phenomenon, and that it requires our attention and engagement, as well as our cooperation and dialogue, as global citizens and stakeholders. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos on space and other topics. And don't forget to leave your comments and questions below, and we will try to answer them as soon as possible. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.